So guys, before we get into the video I've got for you, let's quickly take a look at some of the headlines that have been trending on the social media. Like this one here says, breaking news, end of the year Trump's presidential surprise for radical Islamic terrorists attacking Nigerians. Your days are numbered. The US has begun intelligence gathering flight across Nigeria following President Trump's pledge to protect Christians from genocide. Reuters. And this is coming from Vanguard, confirming the same news. U.S. surveillance flights over U.S. conduct surveillance flights over Nigeria after Trump's threat. This was dated 22nd of December 2025, and this is coming from Reuters itself, the website that published it originally. It says exclusive: U.S. conducting surveillance flights over Nigeria after Trump's intervention threat. This is also dated 22nd of December 2025, and this one here says U.S. conducts surveillance flights over Nigeria. Report: the United States has been carrying out intelligence gathering surveillance flights over large areas of Nigeria since late November. According to flight tracking data and current and former U.S. officials, Reuters reports exclusively on Monday. So since late November, they've been doing this, and that is what Nigerians are, happy about. That Trump is really serious with ending this terror guy's menace in Nigeria. Now, this one says, Save Nigeria group demands suspension of Nuhu Ribadu over terror allegation. This group has actually dragged Nuhu Ribadu to the International Criminal Court in Hague. They want Ribadu to be removed for being lashed to, the terror guys that were caught in Kwara State. And this one here says, insecurity in Nigeria. Only one country issues passport, NIN, driver's license, BVN, PVC, and many more. Why have all this identification system yet still why have all this identification system yet still fail to properly track them and still don't know what you are doing? US-based Nigerian lady blasts Tinubu's government. This lady is saying Nigeria has all this, call it BVN, PVC, NIN, and whatever. Still, we cannot track terrorists. We don't even know who is a Nigerian and who is not. Tomorrow they will tell us these terrorists are not Nigerian. Next thing you hear, they are Nigerians. Nobody knows who is a Nigerian and who is not. Honestly, this country is never organized. Now this headline again has resurfaced. Islamist torched his home and church, slaughter more than 150 members of his congregation. The ongoing campaign to wipe out Christians in Nigeria can no longer be ignored. This pastor is said to have lost many members of his congregation, and now this one again says Tinubu must immediately suspend Nigeria's defense minister Metawale over alleged link to bandits. Says lawyer Dantani is saying this, that many calls, coming for Tinubu to sack Ribadu and Metawale, but I don't know what Tinubu is waiting for because of his 2027 ambition. And finally, this one here says, Atiku accuses Tinubu's administration of forging tax reform law, calls it act of treason. So guys, this is heavy. I mean, Atiku is saying this is a treasonable offense for you to go and alter a bill that was passed into law. And now what we have is totally different. That is a treasonable act. Now, talking about Tinubu and his government. Now, this headline again, this video has started trending again since yesterday, saying, breaking: Tinubu's government has been named as the most corrupt government of the year. Congratulations to APC and Tinubu. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this video. This was actually sometime, I think last year, that this video trended, and because of this tax reform bill that is said, or law that is said to have been forged and all that, it is now trending again. Take your time, watch all the videos I've got for you, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.
It is about corruption. This is a global problem. It plagues a number of countries, but some more than others. Among those at the top of the list is Nigeria. Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation. It used to be Africa's biggest economy as well, but it has now slipped to 4th place. This slide is often linked to President Bola Tinubu, his economic policies and his reputation for corruption. Tinubu recently featured on a list, the list of the most corrupt leaders in the world. The winner was former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. He was followed by Kenya's William Ruto. But Tinubu made the top 5. Now, I must clarify here that these rankings were sourced from the public. There wasn't a scientific formula involved. It was about public perception, and Tinubu is perceived to be extremely corrupt. So is his government. There are a number of reasons for this. Let me show you some of the latest examples, starting with the government. Nigeria has an anti-corruption agency. It is called the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This is Nigeria's watchdog. Its job is to tackle corruption, and technically they are doing that, but at home. Let's show you today's major headline. The EFCC has detained 10 of its own. over some missing items. This statement was put out by the agency. You'll notice that they said some operational items could not be accounted for. Okay, that sounds like some missing equipment. But then the Nigerian press dug a little deeper, and it turns out that the operational items were jewelry and cash worth $350,000 to $400,000. What operations were they pulling off with all that jewelry? 10 EFCC officers were detained in Lagos. They are apparently answering questions. That is all that the commission has revealed. They haven't told the public who the corrupt officers are. I know it's innocent until proven guilty, but the very same commission usually does not follow this. They happily share the names of under trials, but suddenly the agency is shy about revealing the names of its own officers. And this has been quite a bad week for them. They were forced to make another announcement on Monday, telling the people that 27 other officers had been dismissed for fraudulent activities and misconduct. This is not a great look for Nigeria's anti-graft watchdog, and definitely not a good look for the Tinubu government. Bola Tinubu is 72 years old. He's been around for a while. He's a seasoned politician. So as you would expect, he has been linked to a number of scandals over the decades. One of the worst involved drug dealing. Tinubu allegedly held money from drug trafficking in his accounts. This was according to the US Justice Department. Tinubu, of course, never accepted the charges, but he did pay out a settlement worth $460,000. Now, these charges are old. No final verdict was reached. So let's put them aside for now. After all, people can supposedly change. So what has Tinubu been up to recently since he became president? Well, he was caught up in a fake diploma scandal for a while. There were allegedly some errors in his college certificate. Okay, mistakes happen, moving on. Then there was a major scandal involving a highway. Tinubu issued a $13 billion government contract to a company co-owned by his son. Tinubu is quite the caring father, apparently, but alas, most people do not see it that way. That is why he made it to the top 5 in the Corrupt Person of the Year award. The perception is quite prevalent, and reports say that he is quite vexed. He's even hired American lobbyists to clean up his image. He's reportedly paying them $2.7 million, though I wonder, is he paying from his own pocket or Nigeria's treasury? I suppose we'll find out eventually.
And our straight to our final conversation. For a long time, many citizens have made calls for Nigeria to seek help in tackling nationwide insecurity. Such measure may be in the offing, as Nigeria and the United States have launched a joint security operation to dismantle terrorist enclaves across the country. The intelligence-driven effort involves surveillance, targeted raids, and disruption of extremist logistics networks with the U.S. technical and advisory support. The operation prioritizes precision actions to minimize civilian harm while targeting high-value insurgent cells and building on existing counterterrorism cooperation between both nations. I mean, Biko, what do you think is the primary objective, behind this mapping operation?
Yeah, first and foremost, the Americans have not ruled out the kind of intervention that they can have. They've not ruled out military intervention. They've not ruled out support for Nigeria by way of providing some of the tools that we need and intelligence gathering assets. They've not ruled anything out. No, nothing ruled in, nothing ruled out. Nobody knows what decision Trump will make.
Okay.
Although he appears to have made up his mind that, we are slaughtering Christians. You can see that the people that he sent here, look at the feedback that they gave when they got there, saying that these people are deliberately trying to exterminate Christians. As much as a Christian, I believe that nobody is out to deliberately exterminate Christians, and nobody is out to, government has no hand in the killings. I still believe that America can be of tremendous help to us without necessarily putting boots on ground here or sending an armada of warplanes to come and directly attack Nigerian locations. But something began happening in November. The Americans sent reconnaissance aircraft to Borno State, especially the Tumbus. That's the islands of Lake Chad, where ISWAP has held sway for years. When the factions of Boko Haram, when Boko Haram was broken into two factions, ISWAP decided to go to the islands of Lake Chad, led by Abu Musab al-Banawi, that ISIS ordered to take charge. But Shekau resisted him. Shekau kept Sambisa, kept the Mandara Mountains and other areas where they still remain strong today. But those ones decided to stay in that area. ISWAP is better armed and more capable than the Shekau faction. I think because of their location, they are able to access weapons on the black market and others. So they have a lot of weapons, NATO-grade weapons, a lot in their hands. So they've been a real threat to the military. Now we've seen American reconnaissance aircraft flying over that area, gathering data. It's a shame that some online newspapers in Nigeria announced that those guys had begun the reconnaissance missions in that area. It is unwholesome to behave like that.
Irresponsible.
You know? So, but the truth is, indeed, they've started those, and they are not doing it for fun. They are doing it to gather information and know that when the president of America gives the directive to strike, they know places that they are going to strike. And it is also a good thing because when one of the Congress women asked a Trump aide a question, he said, we are considering working with Nigeria, that we are not saying, oh, it has to be military. We are considering working with Nigeria, sharing intelligence and providing support, logistics support, and other kinds of support that we can give them. So now the two countries are working together, and even our armed forces have confirmed that, yes, there is some level of cooperation. It may not yet be at the level that we want, but one thing is certain. The two countries are beginning to work together. The tension has gone down a little bit, and I want to believe that reason will prevail in the end. America will be able to help us as it has done in the past, especially this president. When they didn't sell weapons to us, he came on and said, no, I'm going to sell weapons. He invited Buhari and said, I'm going to help you defeat terror. I'm going to sell weapons to you. The Republican president is always how to sell weapons because a lot of the military contractors are Republican.
That Obama couldn't do because
Obama refused. No, it's because he didn't want to do it. It was just,
he didn't want to do it.
What did Trump do? Trump lobbied the Senate. People like McCain, he lobbied them, and the Leahy law was brushed aside. Obama showed no interest. Obama was much more concerned about regime change. He didn't want Jonathan anymore. Jonathan said in his book that even at a point when he was calling, he was no longer picking his call. So not helping us was probably designed to achieve a name, to make Jonathan feel sidelined, feel unwanted, and not be able to deal with the problem.
All right, Mayor, I need you to wrap up this conversation.
I'm happy what is happening. That is the way to go. I know that President Trump can be brash sometimes, but the gun blazing that you mentioned, this is the beginning of it, to me. Because what we need is that surveillance. We don't have such equipment. When you have the surveillance, it will be able to pinpoint accurately where these people are.
Precision.
It will be able to say, these are where these people are. It will show on the map. They'll be able to even take photographs of those people where they are. And the more they do that recognize, the more they'll be able to have more facts about where these people are. So by the time they now, in collaboration with Nigerian security forces, decides to move against them, it will be easier for them to be able to bomb them
without casualties, collateral damage.
Without collateral damage that will affect everybody. You understand? They have the technical know-how, and if they support us in that regard, it is good for all concerned. So to me, it's a very, very good development.
Absolutely.
Though it would have been better if it had not been mentioned and
by the media, online media.
Because it will make, now the ISWAP guys will know that, they are being watched.
Exactly.
So it will make them to be more careful.
Okay, before we get into some of the reactions, I want to let you know that a bomb blast has happened in Borno State. Like the headline by Sahara Reporter says, watch, explosion rocks mosque at Borno Market. Several worshippers feared killed, injured. Some of them were bite, some of them were injured. Now let's see some of the reactions on this headline. This person says, every day hundreds of Muslims are killed in our homes, market and place of worship. However, their deaths go unrecognized as significant because the attackers share the same faith. Yet, if a similar attack were to happen on Christian area, it will be classified as genocide. Enjoy it, because enjoy the killing, because it's by your people. In short, I don't know how these people think. Sometimes when they write, is recognized. Who is to tell them to stop? Alakuba, we dwell on blood and destruction. Alakuba, baby Mohammed is born in northern Nigeria today, and they are hosting a little bomb blast party. Oh my God! So guys, Nigerians are just making a jest of them. That is your Muslim brothers spying your people. Leave destructive violence is live destructive violence is functional normalcy, enforce restricted force and auction. So these are some of the reactions from Nigeria. This person says U.S. Congress alleges U.S. aid funds Boko Haram with, These are some of the claims by these northerners. Just review your Quran and try to make your people understand that buying people is wrong. CIA confirms Nigeria sitting President Tinubu as its active assets. CIA confirms Tinubu is their asset. So guys, this is what we are saying. Tinubu is an asset to the United States. So they can use him anyhow. That's what it means, honestly. This is sad. David Hundein, after posing with the killers 5 months ago, they suddenly want to protect you now. And you will definitely fall for it because of your religion, which controls your brain, off switch was mentioned. This United States, is this life or has sense? Is this life or has sense? I don't know what that means. Okay, I think he's referring to who here. I don't know who he's referring to. Today, Ambassador Mill met with Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association in Nigeria to hear about the concern of herder communities. The meeting in honestly, this ambassador who is living now, he once met with Mieti Allah to know what their problems are. I'm wondering if that man is, if this man is also a Fulani man, because he's one of those people that came out since we had this genocide of a thing going on. He can never speak for Christians. He can hardly speak for Christians. That's what, that's the problem. He can hardly speak for Christians. Anyway, that is it. Now let's move to what Babangida came out to say. Babangida and Shegumi clash. Babangida is applauding General Musa for taking steps to buy the terror guys. Recently there've been a lot of strikes hitting their targets, and they are not finding it easy again. Under Christopher Musa, he has vowed to end the terror guys, and guess what? General Ibrahim Babangida came out applauding Musa. This is what he said. I want to commend General Christopher Musa for his commendable work since his appointment. While I understand that the bandits are seeking dialogue and are willing to surrender, we must not engage in any negotiation. Instead, we should send them to their creators to negotiate with. And he is applauding Christopher Musa for taking that step, But while he is applauding Christopher Musa, let me show you what Gumi is saying, what the message Gumi is sending to Christopher Musa. Gumi here said, if the Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, don't stop his military offensive against bandits, his entire family in Zango Katab in southern Kaduna will be eliminated, coming from Gumi. That's what this account said. And then Sahara reporters also captured this, saying controversial Islamic cleric Gumi warns Nigerian military and other security operatives against provoking terrorists after peace deal in Katsina. Full story. This is September. Sorry, this headline was in September, not now. This headline was in September. I'm just wondering why he is saying this. Christopher, what's his name? Gumi has always defended these terror guys, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So, guys, I don't know what you make of these reactions of Ibrahim Babangida. Now, let's see how some Nigerians have reacted to it. This person says, strong words. The era of negotiation is over. We've compensated and paid a ransom, yet nothing happened. It's time to send them back to their creator. Make owner bring me the head of this Wangaga. So, Nigerians are applauding Babangida to have said it. General Babangida, you are 100% correct. You are still the usual Maradona. The Fulani Islamic Jihad terrorists should be sent to their creator for negotiation, just like IPOB leader nnamdi Kanu rightly put, that the Fulani terrorists should be sent to God for judgment. So we don't even know how we got to this point. We have a country where the Fulani is now seeing Nigeria as their own. They come into Nigeria, they believe they have people in power, and they try to force themselves on the people. Can you imagine going to Middle Belt and you want to turn it into an Islamic state? You displace the people and you take over their communities and rename it. We can't wait to see the US help these people get back to their houses, honestly. Even if they want to surrender, they should surrender to God. Please, we didn't create them. I like the way he's matching their madness with fire action. Please don't stop and don't dialogue. Extend the fire to their sympathizers. So these are Nigerians applauding Christopher Musa for the way he has gone all out against the terrorists. Don't forget that Professor Yusuf recently came out warning Christopher Musa not to go all out against the Fulanis, And then the Mieti Allah leader came out saying, the Fulanis are freedom fighters. They are just fighting for their freedom. And one keeps wondering if all these people are defending them, I just wonder if all these people can come out defending them the way they are defending. Now, this one here says, Sheikh Gumi drags two Facebook users to Kaduna court over alleged defamation, death threat against defense minister. Death threat against defense minister. Okay. So, guys, I don't know what this means, but let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. So Sheikh Gumi is saying possibly it's not what he said. I think that's what this article. But let me read the article to fully understand what is being said here. It says Sheikh Gumi drags two Facebook users to Kaduna court over alleged defamation, and it reads further, if the defense minister Another don't stop his military offense against bandits. His entire family in Zango, Katab, in southern Kaduna will be eliminated. So these are some of the people that Sheikh Gumi has taken to jail, you know, and then it has taken to court. There's another one again. It talks about 2 accounts. I'm trying to find the second account. Let me see if it's here. I just hope. Omar Abin said, invite people to Islam even without words. They asked how. He replied, with your manners. I don't know if it's this account too that he dragged to court. So guys, I don't know what is happening in this country, but let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below, that Sheikh Gumi has dragged these people to court. Possibly, okay, let me read. A renowned Islamic scholar, Sheikh Gumi, has approached the Chief Magistrate Court seeking the issuance of criminal direct complaint summon against Facebook user George Udom and Belu Isiaka over alleged criminal conspiracy, attempt public disturbance, and criminal defamation of character. So guys, he went ahead to say that, okay, I think Sahara reporters obtained a copy of the court document which saw that the applicant was filed before the Magistrate Court of Kaduna State, sitting at Ibrahim Taiwo Road in Kaduna. So Sheikh Gumi is actually denying what was said here, but let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.